Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? I'm Hushman and today I'm gonna talk about The Last of Us television series and why I'm not happy about it. But first, I should say I love The Last of Us and I have a lot of respect for HBO as a television network that made some of the greatest TV shows of all time. And I'm so happy that Sony decided to collab with HBO to make this show. My only big problem is the way HBO is going to make this show. I'm not completely sure, but it seems HBO is going to make this show for non-gamer viewers and not the people who play this game. And that is my problem. Based on everything I have found, the story of The Last of Us television series is going to be like this. The story takes place 20 years after modern civilization has been destroyed. Joel, a hardened survivor, is hired to smuggle Ellie, a 14-year-old girl, out of an oppressive quarantine zone. What starts as a small job soon became a brutal, heartbreaking journey as they both must traverse across the US and depends on each other to survive. And this is the story of The Last of Us, the game. Joel, a violent survivor, is hired to smuggle a 14-year-old girl, Ellie, out of an oppressive military quarantine zone. But what starts as a small job soon transforms into a brutal journey across the US. And this is my problem. HBO is going to tell us the exact story we saw in the game with some additional contents that Naughty Dog couldn't put in the game. You might say, so what? The Last of Us had a great story. What is the problem with telling the same story in the form of a television series? Yeah, that's right. One of the reasons that made The Last of Us so popular is its deep and amazing story. But just take a moment and think about what I'm going to say. Imagine I tell you a funny joke, and my funny joke easily cracks you up. You laugh so hard that you can't breathe, and then you pass out. When you wake up, I tell you the same joke again. This time you will laugh, but not as much as before. And then I tell you the joke again and again and again and again. And after a while, not only does it make you laugh, you might feel offended by my repetitive joke. Get it? In the beginning, the joke was very funny. But then it wasn't, just because I said it again and again. It is a fact that most people don't read a good book twice. The same thing goes for movies and a TV show because they already know what happens in the story. And this is what might happen to The Last of Us. The beauty of its great story is going to be wasted if it is told again, and telling it in a different format like a TV show will not save it. HBO must remember that the majority of viewers of this show are gamers who have played this game before, and the only reason they are paying to watch this show is they want to see a new aspect of their favorite character's story. They don't want to see the same story that they already know how it begins and how it ends. HBO must give them something new, something fresh, something they didn't see in the game. So what should they do? There are two ways. One way is to expand the story of The Last of Us. Instead of telling us the story we saw in the game, HBO must show us parts that we didn't or couldn't see in the game. Like how Joel and Tess met, and how was the relationship between these two people. Who are Ellie's parents? Who was Ish and what happened to him? Or how Ellie got her immunity. The second way is HBO creates a parallel universe and call it The Last of Us television universe. Then uses the same narrative we saw in the game, but in the television universe some key moments change or have different outcomes. Something like Marvel's What If series. For example, in television universe, Tess survives and accompanies Joel and Ellie to the end. And unlike the father and daughter relationship we saw in the game, this time we see a father, daughter and mother triangle. Or Sarah survives the attack but she becomes paralyzed, and Joel must smuggle Ellie to have enough money to send Sarah to a better place. Or Firefly finds a cure for the pandemic without killing Ellie and tries to rebuild the civilization while Joel is living there. In conclusion, there are so many different ways that HBO can follow to make this show popular between gamers and non-gamer viewers. But HBO must first try to please the gamer fans first. The Last of Us will be a real flop if HBO doesn't be creative about it, and instead of telling a new story for gamers, tell the same story of the game to please the viewers who have never played the game. The main viewers of this show are gamers, and it is very important to keep them happy. This show is based on a game, and this show must be for gamers who have played the game. And if HBO ignores them, this show will fail and also might stop any future production based on video games. Hopefully, unlike some other companies in the past, HBO knows this fact and will not make these mistakes. They will make a show based on the game with the same characters and the same universe, but fresh ideas and moments, and they make this show for gamers and not just ordinary people. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for watching my video. What do you think? What are your thoughts on my video? You agree or you disagree? Comment your opinion and let's talk about it. And thanks a lot for watching my video. I really appreciate it, and it's so kind of you if you like my video and share it with your friends. And for more videos, please subscribe to my channel. Until another video, take care of yourself and have a fantastic and fabulous day. Take care.